souls.
Love.
How's it going, everybody? We are now on the 12th and final rule, and we really wanted to thank everybody who stuck with us through this and supported. And after the 12 rules, we're not done. We're just getting started. We're going to open it up for discussions. We're going to talk about subjects. We're going to talk about everything that interests us personally. And we really want you guys to comment in anything that you think that me and Travis should go over and talk about and relate the rules to, and really try to fix some of these problems that we're seeing out here.
Yes, we're going over topics like Diddy, relationships, you name it. So we're like your point of view if you want to hear our point of view on a certain subject. So please feel free to comment and give us suggestions on what you'd like to hear.
Yep. So today we're going to talk about rule number 12. What's rule number 12, Travis?
Do not compare yourself to others.
All right, let's explain the rule a little bit.
I even like to add, don't compare yourself to yourself in your past, whether your past was good or bad. You can kind of identify with it and make sure that you are doing better than what you was back then. For sure, even if you was doing good in your past, make sure you're becoming a better version of yourself daily. It is for me being who and what I am, and that's I'm recovering from addiction. I got a whole lot of room for growth. So, and being at my age and starting out, I just started out a little over 9 months ago. I started out with a duffel bag. Of course, people my age got homes, cars, careers, things of that nature. So, I most definitely don't need to be comparing myself to others. And most definitely don't need to be comparing myself to the past, even the bad or the good. Because a few years ago, I was doing well for myself. But right now, what I need to be doing is, if I'm going to compare myself to how I was yesterday and becoming a better version of myself today.
Yeah, and something that people need to really understand and deal with, is the fact that we're not all born with the same hand of cards. Some people are born into prosperity. Some people are born into nothing, But the best thing to do is stop relating yourself to other people, because you're not living their lives. You don't have their backgrounds. You don't have their parents, you don't have their wealth, you were not dealt the same cards. But the thing you can do is better yourself, be a better version of you. Every day that you can grow, you can live a little, freer, laugh a little harder, love a little longer. You can do all these things to really grow from who you were yesterday. Change your philosophies. All these rules are really aiming towards making you when we say diamond soul, we're thinking somebody who is selfless, somebody who is patient, somebody who exhibits all the positive characteristics that everybody can want and strive towards,
And basically, when we talk about this rule, we don't want to get into the negative tones of envy and jealousy and greed. Because it's self-made people out here that I want to emulate, that I see that are doing well for themselves, but I'm not jealous for them. I want them to even get better. But I can actually learn from them and be open to them, and don't be jealous and envy them. Just learn from them is what I can do. Because there's a lot of people my age and older or even younger that's doing well for themselves. This man sitting beside me, I tell him all the time, man, you're young. I do tell him this. I wish I was doing that well when I was that age. Because he at times have issues comparing himself to where people are at. And I let him know that he's doing well for himself. Because there's some people ain't even been doing the things that he's doing in life right now, and him and his fiance's doing.
Yeah, and this is one of those rules that I've really struggled with, because in this day and age with technology and social media, you have no choice but to see the people that you grew up with. And some of them are prospering. Some of them are traveling the world and doing all these great things, but really, when you think about that, I don't want to necessarily tell you to not look at the picture for what it is and really think more deeply about it, because I don't want to think that these people are actually depressed who seem happy on Facebook. Some of them may be happy, but what I'm really trying to get at is, do not compare yourself to them. Just enjoy that they are flourishing. Enjoy that they are doing this, because one thing that I know is that things aren't random here on earth, and there is something that guides us, and there's something more powerful than us. And what it is, I couldn't begin to tell you, because I don't have the information. I'm just a human like everyone else. But what I can tell you is, when you perform good deeds, and when you do good, and when you rid yourself of this jealousy, this greed, all these negative traits, it does nothing but uplift you, and it does nothing but uplift those around you. People who see people who are jealous, you automatically kind of, I know I do. I don't like to associate with people who, like, gossip is a big thing. I really can't stand when people do. And that's something that is a trace of jealousy, in my opinion, because people don't talk about people that they look down on. Normally, they always talk about people that they look like, people that they think are doing better than them. So they're comparing themselves, and that's where this jealousy comes from. And jealousy is one of those things that can really rot the most beautiful of souls. So
right. And I like to say this in closing. So if a person's doing well for themselves, if they're flourishing, I'd be happy for them. And if a person's not doing so well for themselves, either help them or leave them alone.
Yeah. All right, so we'll leave you guys with that. So next Sunday, we're going to start breaking into topics. So if you guys want to help, we got tons of topics we could talk about, but if you guys really want to help, just comment, inbox, message, even comment on this video when we post it. Just give us some ideas, kind of things that you want to hear us talk about, and we'll be more than happy to talk about those things.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Diamond.
Souls.
Love. See you guys next Sunday.